Welcome back to Let's Play Saga Red Dead
I
Redemption
thought you
2.
was reading him his last rites. Now I see you're introducing him to your other passion.
I'll mind you to show me some respect, Mr. Morgan.
Mind away, Reverend. You still here then?
I owe you.
Yeah. And you'll pay me. But for the moment, just rest.
Arthur, I think it's time for the train.
You want me to come?
Of course I do, but look at you.
I was always ugly, Dutch. It's just a scratch.
Don't lie still, son. Hello, Abigail.
Dutch,
Jackie.
the boy wanted to see you, John.
He's seen me now. What's left of me? What about you?
Guess I was hoping to see a corpse.
Bide your time. You'll see plenty of them.
You're a rotten man, John Marston.
He is an idiot, Abigail. We all know it. Now, railway men. Bill, now you ride ahead and set the charge at the water tower just before the tunnel.
Ain't a problem. Why are we doing this? Weather's breaking, we could leave. I thought we was lying low.
Yeah, come on. What do you want from me, Hosea?
I just don't want any more folks to die, Dutch.
We're living, Hosea, we're living. Look at me. We're living, even you. But we need money. Everything we has in Blackwater. You fancy heading back there?
No. Listen, Dutch, I ain't trying to undermine you. I just want to stick to the plan, which was to lie low, then head back out west. Now, suddenly we're about to rob a train.
What choice have we got?
Leviticus Cornwall's no joke, Dutch.
Who is Leviticus Cornwall?
He's a big railway magnate, sugar dealer, oil man.
Well, how good for him. Sounds like he has more than enough to share.
Dutch!
Gentlemen, it is time to make something of ourselves. Get your horses ready. We have a train to rob. Everyone ready? All right, let's head out.
Oh, you're gonna see a few cuts here and there
Listen up, all of you.
throughout this episode.
You decided to join us again.
And what it is mission
Get
failure.
out here, Arthur.
During the train job,
So,
the guy
I
who's
was
with
saying,
me kept getting shot.
The train will be coming north from Big Valley.
So it would fail the
We're
mission
gonna
because
pick it
he
off
died.
after it crosses the border into the Grizzlies.
And I would have to restart it. So I cut the failures out and just kept on with the story.
You'll keep
So
lookout for any outriders.
no need to watch all of
How's
that.
that hand, by the way?
I'll be fine.
Good. I'll take the driver and engineer, then run point. Lenny and Javier, you two take the front cars, deal with any guards. Arthur and Micah, you head straight for the back. That's what we're after. Mr. Cornwall's private car.
You and me, Morgan.
Great.
Have you got a problem with that?
Not if you keep your head for once.
You worry about yourself, huh?
Enough! After Bill blows the tracks, we're gonna need to move fast. Is everyone clear on what they're doing?
Yep.
Crystal.
Yes, boss.
Good. Now come on. Let's ride.
Out of the snow, finally.
Feels good, doesn't it? But we need to get this done fast. Now it's thawing, before anyone gets up here after us. Oh, look at you boys. See? This is what I call a crew. Micah Bell, Charles Smith, Arthur Morgan, Javier Escuela, and what about young Lenny here? Always the first man on his horse.
Just happy we're back at him, Dutch.
You sure you're ready for this, kid?
Of course I'm ready.
Just stay calm. Keep your eyes sharp. That goes for all of you. No mistakes. Not again.
So we do this, then we go back to Blackwater to collect.
How many times you gonna ask the same question, Micah?
That's a lot of damn money to leave sitting for too long.
It would be crazy to go back there now. The place will be swarming with Pinkertons.
We go back when I say we go back, and that's the end of it. The money's safe. You'll just have to trust me. And if the O'Driscolls are right, there'll be a stack of railroad bonds on this train.
Whoa!
Good money, once we work out how to cash them. Now everyone, shut up and get your mind on the job at hand. Come on. There's the water tower. Hold up here on the ridge.
Well, I think being a train robbing episode might be good to tell a story about a train robbery.
Yeah,
You want to head down, see how he's getting on?
okay.
So in 1873, Jesse James and Frank James, with the James Younger gang, decided they were going to rob a train. Okay. Now this is credited as being one of the first train robberies, and then oftentimes credited as being the first train robbery in the Old West, but it wasn't the first. So what they did was, when the train was about to pull into the station, or where it was about to pull into the station, they loosened a section of the track and tied it off with a rope to cause a hazard to make the train derail. Now the conductor, he saw this hazard while he was coming up on it and tried to back the train off, but he failed to back the train off entirely, and it did stop the train.
Of course.
Can I help a little?
Now,
All right.
they got the conductor and managed to get the back car open.
Okay, sure.
Now just unspool
And
the
the
wire
expressmen
and then
there, whenever
attach
they
it
opened
to
up,
said detonator.
they were obviously greeted with revolvers. You know, they got into the train and ended up making off with about $3,000. Doesn't seem like a lot, but you got to remember, back then, an acre of land cost $5. You could buy a week's worth of food for $1 to $1.50, depending on your tastes. That's not to say you couldn't buy more expensive food, but you could, in essence, survive on very, very little. So $3,000 was a lot of money. It was nowhere near the largest train robbery in history, and it was nowhere near the most exciting. But it did set a precedence, along with the train robbery that predates it, for trains being an easy target in open ground for outlaws to hit up, because trains traveled in between towns and stuff, so you didn't have to worry about a posse coming after you right away. That's not to say that they wouldn't come after you or wouldn't try to find you, but you could get in, and as long as you made it past the guards and everything else alive, you could get out.
What's going on? He says all fine.
We'll soon find out.
Now, after a good number of train robberies, the Pinkertons got involved, which we're dealing with in this
Cover
particular
your faces. Train should
story.
be here any minute now.
But they would hire Pinkerton guards to guard the trains, and it became much, much harder for people to rob trains because they would just load them down with men. But the first train robbery, $3,000 worth in today's money, well, at least 10 years ago money, would have been worth about $51,000. So it was a pretty good haul for these men.
Gentlemen, it's time.
And here we
Good
go.
luck, all of you. You all know what to do.
Here we go.
Shit! No! What? God!
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
Where did you find that moron?
You said it was
So it's
fine.
my fault. Come on! You're pathetic. You know that?
Oh, shit! Help!
I've got you. Now stop yelling.
So just as a point of reference, this man right here,
Shit!
with what I'm assuming is no experience on the job,
Let's go slow this
walked
thing down.
headlong into bullets multiple times, causing me to have to edit out quite a bit.
The
The
others
first
will
of
get
which you will see right here.
him. Come on, we need to stop this train.
There's another guard up ahead. You want me to take him?
I got him.
One of you shoot those bastards!
Who's got a shot on this?
Shit!
Will someone blow their brains out?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
What the hell was Bill doing? He had long enough to set that charge.
Well, I hooked up the wire, but we won't mention that.
You don't rob a Leviticus cornball train.
And right here is where he got killed.
Come on, let's get to the front.
Peeped his head up and got shot clean.
How you
Not
doing
really
there?
seeing a way around
I'm
how
okay.
I could have made it through that without him getting
gotta
shot.
hurry. We
So
have to
this
stop
time
this
around,
train.
I just decided
That's what
to
we're
do my
doing,
very
kid.
best to stay in front of him.
Shouldn't we push up? You got him? I ain't got a clear shot. I'm going up. We have to stop this train.
Knocked my hat off.
Got more coming off the train.
There was the second one. Jumped off the train, ran in front of the rock I'm in front of
All
now,
these bastards must be guarding something.
and got shot dead.
We need the car at the back, right?
Yeah, keep pushing on it. Still okay?
I think so.
Good.
Damn, he's got an army. Who is this guy?
Doing good, kid.
Shoot him.
Where the hell are the others?
I don't know. Oh, shit. Look, they're coming out of that last car.
We're gonna get out of this.
Oh, I know we are.
Don't be a shallow grave for you, boy!
I gotta get in front of him.
The other boy.
Hey, you going there? I'll give the boy this. He's eager, but running up into bullets is just putting me in danger because I'm having to run up here even closer.
I can see now why the O'Driscolls brought so many boys up here for this.
Arthur, get over here. You two all right?
Yes, let's get the money and go.
We got some fellas holed up in this last car.
Ah, shit.
What are you boys planning on doing in there? Listen to me. We don't want to kill any of you. Any more of you. I give you my word, but trust me, we will.
I work for Leviticus Cornwall.
Come on, boys.
We got our orders.
Okay, you asked for it.
We ain't
5,
opening this door.
4, 3, 2, 1. Seems our friends have gone deaf. Wake them up a little.
We ain't coming out. We got no way in.
That's enough. Mr. Williamson, give Mr. Morgan and Mr. Smith some dynamite. You two boys go blow that door open.
So, there's a common misconception about what a caboose was in most regards, but a lot of the times the last car on the train used to be an armored car. To make it very difficult to get in, you would need someone to give
enough.
permission to open
Now
the
light the
door, the
fuse.
whole 9 yards.
Here we go.
Unless you got a death wish, I'd step back, fellers.
All right, come on. Just walk on out here. Kill you. We just want to rob your boss. Get on up there. Search that train.
There were many a man who died during a train robbery who didn't need to, just to give up some richer man's money.
Look at this place. It's like a palace.
Now I've seen everything.
Oh, you two got the safe? I'll search the rest.
Oh, yes. Should be easy as cake.
What's your name?
You're just gonna stand there, kid. Pour me some brandy, will you? I'm parched.
Shut up. Me and Arthur did all the work.
Yeah, the kid did good. Didn't see you rushing to jump on that train.
He's keen. I'll give you that. Okay, let's see if we can get this open.
Over soon.
Come on. Come on. Get in there. Ha! Ah. There. See? That's how it's done. Shit. Just a pile of papers.
Bonds?
I don't think so. Here. Make yourself useful. At least we all know you can read.
Give me those.
Railroad contracts, invoices, blah, blah, blah. You got anything?
Not really. Sugar imports from the Spanish West Indies. A lot of sugar. Some fancy new boat he's ordered from Europe.
I am not robbing another boat as long as I live. Have you checked all the drawers and cabinets?
No, this looks like something.
Come on. Hurry this along, boys.
I think I got him.
Nice.
Thank God. Come on.
What did you find?
These bonds. They worth anything?
Oh, sure. Bearer bonds. I think we can probably sell these pretty easily. Well done. Now, would you get rid of all of this?
The train?
Yeah, get it out of here.
What about them?
What do you think?
I don't know.
It's up to you. Kill them, leave them here, take them with you on the train. Just make sure they don't send no folk after us.
Okay.
See you back at camp. When you get back, we'll be moving on. The rest of you, let's ride! Yeah.
Okay. Get on the train. Quick. All of you. Any bright ideas, I kill all three of you. So behave. Come on!
That being said,
We won't tell a soul, I swear!
one thing I have discovered a lot of is that in most outlaws, at least, there was a decent amount of gentleman about them, or honor about them. Even though they was robbing people and they were taking people's money and even killing people, a lot of times if they didn't have to, they wouldn't. Now, that was not always the truth. There were people like Jesse James who was just plain mean, and in fact, actually, it's written that Jesse James did shoot a schoolboy with a handful of books just for fun. And I mean, his brother was coined in saying that he was born mean. So not all of them were that way, but I chose the honorable route, and I probably always will choose the honorable route, because even if I am doing these crimes in this game, I don't see a need to just gun down people for no reason and whatnot. It's not something that I'm keen on myself. And a lot of these men, like I said in our last episode, they ended up just barely on one side of the law or the other, and it was a matter of circumstance. So I choose to be honorable.
Oh, for Lord's sake, put that book away and go help. Oh, Mary Beth.
So, we getting out of this hellhole?
We're gonna try. Weather seems stable.
And we just robbed the Leviticus Cornwall train.
We got money in our pockets. The worst is behind us, gentlemen. So the question is, where now?
I know this country a little. I told you, we should set up camp in Horseshoe Overlook near Valentine. We'll be able to hide out there, no problem, as long as we keep our noses clean.
Well, then let's go. Clean noses and everything else. Arthur, you're in that one. Bring Hosea. I know you two like to talk about the good old days and what's gone wrong with old Dutch.
The man has no idea. I feel like Dutch was just now starting to go crazy, or at least ways it was all starting to fall apart for him. And that happened to a lot of people in the Old West. The Pinkertons were moving west. The wide open spaces were becoming smaller and smaller, and it was just one of those things that people who lived this lifestyle, who tried to keep a family together, who tried to keep a gang together, a lot of them were just trying to make enough money to buy a plot of land big enough to stop doing what they were doing.
Lenny! Micah, get over here!
Yes, boss.
You two ride up ahead, make sure there's no surprises. We've had enough of those.
Me with the boy?
Just go.
Come on, kid. You can buy me a whiskey.
Get us out the stream. Gotta keep us moving, but calm.
So, decent amount of common problems that happen on a wagon train.
Okay.
And a broken axle or a dislodged wheel was one of them.
Does everything look all right?
Well, what's going on?
Ah, I broke the goddamn wheel.
All right, let's get it fixed.
You need help?
I reckon we can handle it. All right, Charles, you and me hold the thing up while you try and put the wheel back on, Arthur.
You still strong enough to hold up a wagon?
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
Don't say less.
All that being said,
The wheel up.
one of the main reasons these people wanted to find a place to hold up wasn't because they hated being in the wagons, which I'm sure they did, but the main reason was because wagon travel was a dangerous business. You had a decent amount of lack of food and vitamins that you need to survive every day. Scurvy was something that actually traveled rampant
Not quite.
in wagons. The Native Americans were trying to keep people from encroaching on their lands, and so there was often attacks by Native Americans trying to stop people from
What do you
taking
think?
over their land.
If they wanted trouble, we wouldn't have seen them.
And that's a sad
Poor
piece of history
bastards.
right there.
We really screwed them over down here. Come
Yes.
on, let's not push
Yes,
our
we
luck.
did.
What happened?
Well,
The reality of all of
get
this
in.
is what most
tell
people
ya.
tend to forget is that between the lack of food and vitamins, there were other problems. There were illnesses, sicknesses, all kinds of things that you could get. There were snakes people had never
Not too far
seen.
now.
There were
Stay on this
dangers in nature, the
trail.
bears,
Follow
the
river,
weather.
then cut left inland.
And perhaps
So,
actually later on we'll
yes,
tell the story about
the
Donner's
Indians in
Pass,
these parts
which I'm
got
sure
sold a
some of
very
you
raw
know,
deal.
but
This is the heartlands we're going to.
the story where
farming,
nature
grazing country.
really
They lost it
absolutely
all.
just
Stolen clean away from
destroyed
them it was, every blade
some
of grass.
people.
Killed or herded up to the reservations in the middle of nowhere.
All that being
How's that
said,
different from anywhere else?
Well,
moving
maybe
west
it's not.
meant a
I
certain
just
amount
heard
of
some
freedom
the
and a
army
certain
out
amount
here
of
was
escape
particularly,
from
unpleasant about it.
the people who
Unpleasant?
wanted to control
How do you
everything.
rob and
There
kill
was
people
open land
pleasantly?
out there with
We
nobody
don't.
on it,
In spite of Dutch's talk.
and
I
everybody.
fear
There were
I
a lot
was
of
perhaps
people who
trying to
risked
simplify
their
something
lives
more
to make it west.
complicated for the benefit of our block-headed driver here.
Hey, don't blame it on me. Never forget, this here's a con man, Charles, born and bred. Just 'cause it sounds fancy don't mean he knows a damn thing about what he's talking about.
In either case, enjoy the conversation as we make our way down to Horseshoe Bend
So, what happened
or
to your
Horseshoe
child?
Overlook or wherever it is outside
I
of
don't even know if I
Valentine.
have one. At least, not that I can remember. My father was a colored man. He told me he lived with our people for a while. A number of free men did. When we were forced to move from our lands, the three of us fled. I was too young to really remember much. My whole life I've been on the run. A couple years later, some soldiers captured my mother. Took her somewhere. We never saw her again. We drifted around. He was a very sad man, and the drink had a mean hold on him. Around 13, I just took off on my own.
That was about the age we found young Arthur here. Maybe a little older. A wilder delinquent you never did see. But he learned fast.
Not as fast as Marston, apparently.
Wait, I don't understand. What's the problem between you two?
Arthur?
It's a long story. We still heading the right way?
That depends. Are we still heading west in search of fortune and repose in virgin forests as we planned? No. Are we heading in the correct direction on our desperate escape from the law eastwards down the mountains? Yes, I believe so.
You know this area?
A little. I've been through a couple of times. There's a livestock town not too far from here called Valentine. Cowboys, outlaws, working girls, our kind of place.
The Driscolls?
Probably them too.
Pinkertons?
Let's hope not.
And this place we're going. Wait, what's it called again?
Horseshoe Overlook.
It's a good place to lie low?
It'll do for now. And how low do you think Dutch is really going to lie? It's just, you know, maybe it's me who's changed, not him, but we kept telling him that ferry job didn't feel right. You and me had a real lead in Blackwater that could have worked out.
Maybe.
It just isn't like Dutch to lose his head like that.
Things go wrong sometimes. People die. It's the way it is. Always has been. Me, you, Dutch. We've all been in this line of work a long time. And we're still here, so... I figure we must have got it right a hell of a lot more than we got it wrong. What are you working on there, anyway?
Just some yarrow and ginseng. Good for the health. Better than that stuff you buy in the store. Yeah, you can have all this. I'm at the point where I can do it with my eyes closed.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
you are, brother. Head in there. Follow the track for a bit.
Thanks.
Hey, slow up. I'll jump on.
Here we are, gentlemen. Home sweet home.
You weren't wrong, Hosea. This place is perfect.
I hope so.
Gentlemen, we have survived.
For now.
Now, it is time to prosper.
Arthur and I were about to prosper in Blackwater. We were onto something big. Then Micah got you all excited about that ferry, and here we are.
We have all made mistakes over the years, Hosea. Every last one of us. But I kept us together. Kept us alive. Kept the nooses off our neck.
I guess I'm just worried. I ain't got that long, Dutch. I want folks safe before I go.
Me too.
And now we are stuck. East of the Grizzlies and out of money. And a long way from our dream of virgin land in the west.
I know, my brother. But we are safe. We make a bit of money here. Then we move again. Head out around them. Be west of Uncle Sam. In a few months, buy some land.
I hope so.
Would you just look around you? This world has its consolations.
Gentlemen, I'm going to head into the local town and, see if I can strike up a little business.
Of course, Herr Strauss. I prefer robbing banks to usury. Seems more dignified somehow. Now, everyone, put your tools down for a moment. Come on, gather round. Quickly now. I know that things have been tough, but we are safe now, and we are far too poor. So it is time for everyone to get to work.
Get to work, but stay out of trouble. Remember, we are itinerant workers.
Laid off when they shut down our factory to the north. Now get out there and see what you can find. Uncle, Reverend Swanson, no more passengers. It is time for everyone to earn their keep.
There is a town a little way down the track named Valentine. Livestock town, all mud and morons, if I remember right. That seems a decent place to start.
And, we need food. Real food. That means every day. One of you.
And remember, whatever it is that you find, the camp gets its slice. Now be sensible out there.
The girls have your tent ready, Mr. Morgan. Come with me. You two will be ready shortly. We put you over here.
I'm sure everything will be fine, Miss Grimshaw.
It should be. Most of your stuff from Blackwater got saved.
Everything apart from my money.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, we can always make more money.
We're gonna have to. Miss Jackson, I've seen shit with more common sense than you. Do it properly.
Got off the mountain and rode east into some pretty enough country called the Heartlands. Ain't been this far east in many a year. Dutch seems a little better. His eyes are sparkling once more, and I can see he's thinking a little clearer. I think we all feel a little happier, in spite of Blackwater and that whole mess.
Arthur?
Jose?
Quite a day.
Let's hope so.
There's a bunch of the boys already in Valentine. Bill, Charles, and Javier. And Swanson found something down at the train station by the lake, apparently. And Strauss came back with that creepy little smile on his face. I'm sure there's a whole list of unfortunates he's forced money upon.
Thank you. And you?
I'm gonna read a book.
All right, here we are in camp. We're finally off of the mountain, and I get a little bit more freedom in the game to do some things that I want to do, plus follow the main storyline. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a change of clothes because I absolutely hate this jacket. I do love the hat though, but we're going to see what we can find clothing wise. Maybe I can actually buy some others, I'm not entirely sure. But while playing this game, I do personally plan to do side things, not just follow the main storyline. And I plan to tell outlaw stories and lawman stories and gunslinger stories and anything else I can think of the Old West. It's probably my favorite time in history. So I hope you enjoy all of this. Enjoy me going through my clothes and finally getting a look that I enjoy. And if I can buy clothes, I'll change it up because I'm doing the best I can with what I got here. But I prefer a long coat. It just looks good. And this one ain't too bad, so I will see y'all next week. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I know it's a little bit longer than normal. And next week we'll get into it and do a little bit of free roam and take a look at some things and maybe get into some trouble.